What's up, you guys? Welcome to a new episode of Toke Tarot. I am your host, Sirita Savage, and today we are going to get into all of that new, glorious full moon energy that we have coming up on April 26th around 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and this full moon is going to be in the sign of Scorpio. So this moon is all about letting go, releasing, and again, it's all about the toke. So before we get started, let me tell you what it is that I am token on. I have got some crumble here from Flavor, and it is called Big Smooth Banana. So this crumble I've been crumbling through. See what's all up in there. And I'll just load that in my Dank Fung Extracts pen right here. And I'm just having a good time enjoying my life. So I hope that you guys are doing the same, okay? So before we get started, toke whatever it is that you got. If you've got a vape, a bong, some pre-rolls, some concentrates, whatever you got, whatever you need to get you in the spirit, to get these downloads, it's time for you to do that, okay? Because that is what I'm doing on this here day, okay? One more. Oh, that was lovely. If you missed our episode a few weeks ago, when we were tapping into that new moon energy, a couple of things that came up in my meditation before, and they were a few words: communication, confidence, and clarity. So those were the areas that we were encouraged to tap into, set new intentions about, and step into that energy, because we were stepping right into Aries energy. So it was all about being confident, being bold, being brave, and stepping up to the plate, having hard conversations, making big moves. It was all about how we could step into that confident power, how we could harness courage, and all of those things that we need to do so that we can be our authentic selves. With the Scorpio energy, that's leaning a lot into letting go. So before you move into really embodying this new moon, this full moon energy that we have coming up, all about letting go and releasing. It's also about a lot of healing. Go back to the intentions that you wrote down for that new moon and see what has manifested for you. See what roads have started to open up, because we're being a lot more intentional about how we work with the moon and how we manifest with the moon. And then think about, once you look at that information and look at all of the things that you said you wanted to do and take an assessment of from that time to where you are now. Now think about what it is that you need to let go of. If you did apply for a new job, maybe you need to let go of the need to control the outcome. You've done everything that you could do the best way that you could do it, and now you just have to let it go. A good case in point is that I am in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I was here visiting Nutrient Farms, a minority cannabis farm out here in Oklahoma, and I'm supposed to be on a plane in New York, but due to circumstances that have nothing to do with me, because I assure you, I did my due diligence. I went to the airport. I smiled. I checked in. I did everything. Had to be rerouted. Had to stay another night here in Tulsa. What am I going to do? I was frustrated. I was annoyed. I wanted to get home. But God had other plans. So let go of that need to control. Let go of being frustrated and being mad. Got the flight rerouted. Got back to the hotel. Had a couple cocktails. Went to the dispensary. And now I'm here doing Toke Tarot with you. So, what is it that we are going to be releasing with this new moon? Let's check into the past to see what we have let go of, where we are presently, and what we can look towards coming towards us with this energy of the full moon. All right? Well, well, well. First up, we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. And if you don't know, swords are associated with the element of air. It is concerned with our thoughts, our intellect. And when we are in this upright, receptive position, it's like cutting through the BS. It is a great moment of clarity. So in the past, this was so funny because that was an area that we needed to tap into with that new moon. That was the energy that we were being given some license to, command. It was about how can we gain clarity. So in this reverse position, that is even in the past, we're no longer stuck into this place of how can I gain clarity or things being foggy. You might not know the full scope and exactly where you're going to end up on your journey or what the outcome is going to be for whatever area it was that you needed some clarity, you needed some insight on. However, you are now, that's in the past. So that's even a good sign that, working to move towards the future. So that past energy of not being clear, not really sure of what steps you should be taking, what moves you should be taking, that energy is in the past now. In our present energy, we have the Queen of Cups. So emotionally, it's interesting. You are letting go. You are looking towards, even like rectifying your emotions. How can you get clear? How can you get balanced? How can you get centered? That is the stage that you are in because right now there are still things and areas that are being cleared and worked through. There are still probably some burdens for some of you that still might be causing some sleepless nights, some restless nights, and or are giving you just a sense of dis-ease, of feeling as if you're not stable. Things are not stable. You are still trying to figure out, what is that right next step. But that, for me, what is coming up is you're kind of like pulling against it. You're not flowing. So presently there's still an issue with trust and getting into that flow, feeling that though everything might not be exactly how it is that you want it, you are in a safe space. And things actually, if you look at it in this moment, at this time, things really are not that bad. So presently, how can you continue to work towards setting yourself up emotionally? Again, go back to those intentions that you set at the new moon related to courage, clarity, and confidence, and see what you need to really think about, maybe doubling down on the healing work that needs to be done, the releasing that needs to be done, the forgiveness that needs to be done, because these are also ways that you will help heal yourself and others, especially if you're like harboring stuff that really isn't serving you anymore. That Aries energy helped us to build up the courage to look at things that we don't like in the face. And it may have ruffled some feathers. It really may have startled, you. I know some things had come up for me, some things that I thought I was over with, some areas that I thought that I had progressed in, and some opportunities to rise to the occasion. So my emotions have even been all over the damn place. And, again, we are still living through a pandemic. We are still dealing with police brutality. So there's a lot of things collectively that we are all dealing with, and this is energy. We're all just vibrating, y'all. So we really want to be clear about the energy that we are allowing in and making sure that that is the energy that we want to be vibrating with, because that might not be it. So check those earlier list of intentions that you set and see where it is that you might still be holding on and harboring something, and think about how you can move forward with this new full moon, this energy that is helping you to let go and release gracefully. Check back in with that and again, it's time to manifest that. This full moon is all about illumination. It's super, it's bright, it's beautiful, it's bright. I mean, I can see the full moon from my hotel room. It's beautiful. And it's almost full moon. It's not full moon yet, but it's bright. It's beautiful. From where I started with the new moon to where I am now, my perception on things have changed. I've had to do some other traveling. I've had to deal with, only getting like averaging 2 or 3 hours of sleep and still having to show up. But I have also had to think about how can I refuel myself and make sure that I am operating at the best capacity that I can, due to the fact that I don't know, there are going to be some things that are going to be out of my control. So, with that, tap into that and think about what else really needs to be released, what else you could be holding on, to and harboring. Okay? I think it's time for a toke. Yes. Ah. Lastly, in our future position, what we need to be conscious and aware of with this full moon coming up is there are going to be, what I'm feeling is, there's going to be an influx of opportunity. There's going to be an influx of new challenges. For some of you, you're going to be, and you could already be dealing with some family relationships. Emotionally, things could be very passionate, riding high. You could be wanting to make some decisions, and the other people around you might not be really for that. This could also be interference with romantic partners as well, just outside people, voices, that they need to be paid, or they need to be handled. This homegirl here with her wand, things are coming at her, but she's got a hold on it. She's navigating it. So this also is a card about like getting your stuff in order, getting your affairs in order. So for some of you, is getting the taxes done. For others of you, it could be other paperwork and things like that that just need to be put in place. It honestly could be as simple as decluttering your home and just making space so that you can get to that clarity. Sometimes, that clutter, outside interference, all of that just gets in your head, messes with your head, and it is hard for you to move. It is hard for you to have command of your emotions. So that is, a warning shot that's coming to us here with this Seven of Wands. Passion, desires. Let's be conscious of what we're thinking. Think about what you are thinking about, and be, careful with your communication. This is still a time to refine, because you're going back and you're looking at those past intentions. You're seeing where you need to course correct. You're seeing what has manifested, what has come up for you for the short term and for the long term. And, you're making adjustments. But the thing about it and about life is that you're constantly juggling. So you can't just put down job today and put down house today. You're still in motion, but you still have to get to this queen energy and get things balanced emotionally. Fill up your cup, so you just got this gorgeous rainbow coming out of here. Right now, it's a lot of fire, it's a lot of passion. For some of you, you might be hella anxious, bustling with ideas. And again, you have to get it in order. You can only do one thing at a time. So you can have all of these things, you can have all of these wands, but you can't play with all your wands at the same damn time. Okay? And that is that on Mary Had All the Lambs. Okay. You guys, that's it. That's all. Thank you so much for joining us today for another episode of Toke Tarot. I do hope that this reading resonated with you. As always, if it did, please, please, please like, comment, let us know. Let us know how your manifestations have been going. Let us know, if these readings are resonating with you. It just helps us, it helps me to continue to serve you guys. And do not forget, you can go online. We have a partnership with Leaf Well so that you can get your medical marijuana certification. They service so many states. We will put that link in the bottom, in the bio, all of that good stuff. We have a special discount for you. Until next time, Sirita Savage here. Thank you for watching. We love you. Bye, guys.